Hello, good evening, and welcome to another episode of the Tell Talks Talk Show. Joining me tonight, we have got Craig's Reviews and Ben's Box Office as we talk all things The Last of Us. Guys, thank you for joining me. Craig, we'll start with you. If you could introduce yourself, tell us what you do, where we can find you, and then we'll come to Ben and say thanks for Ben for coming back on.
Yeah, well, no, thanks for having me on again, Telman. So I'm Craig's Reviews. I talk about movies, TV shows, and The Last of Us. So what better episode to talk about something that I love? So yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
And Ben, returning, you've got the YouTube bug after making your YouTube debut.
Yeah, back already.
What's made you want to come back on? Apart from, I take it's more The Last of Us.
Last of Us, yeah, obviously going to the event, being able to speak about that, and also, we're going to talk about what we've been watching, and I know we've seen a couple of the same films over the last couple of days, and it's good longer form content because you can chat more, so there's always a lot to talk about, so it's always better.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I mean, it gives viewers a chance to see a bit more of your personality compared to 60-second snippets and still photos and images and stuff like that. So Ben, you had it last week, so I'm going to ask some quick fire questions to Craig.
Craig, I didn't make them very quick fire last week.
But Craig, you can answer them as more detailed as you want or as quick as you want. The first one is your go-to comfort movie.
Go-to comfort movie. A go-to comfort movie, I'll probably go with Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, nice. So Marvel and animated, nice.
Yeah, big one.
Yeah. A film that makes you laugh.
Makes me laugh.
Always makes you laugh, I say.
Superbad or Step Brothers is a big go-to, also a comfort movie. But one recently would be Nora. Laughed hysterically. So great films.
Yeah. And then a film that makes you cry.
The Florida Project.
What's that one?
Oh, the Florida Project. Sean Baker.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that definitely rings a bell.
Same director as Nora, but Florida Project makes me cry every time.
Nice. I'll check that one out. And then your Hangover movie. So a film you'd watch if you're hungover.
My Hangover movie. I mean, The Hangover is a great choice. It
could be.
I'd probably link that in with my comfort movie, Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, I could watch that any day. So I'd probably chuck that one back on.
Yeah. Next one is a film that you'd watch with the family.
A film I'd watch with the family. I say that what me and the missus love watching and we love to chuck on is Shrek. Shrek 2 is probably
the classic.
So you can't not ever get bored of Shrek 2. You could chuck that on any day, anytime. Shrek 2.
Yeah, and then a film you'd watch with friends. I saw you watch Wallace and Gromit the other day as well.
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit. I mean, a great shout. I mean, the Film Talk lads love a bit of Wallace and Gromit. So yeah, give me Wallace and Gromit, and I'd probably go with the Wrong Trousers. Yeah, Wrong Trousers.
Wrong Trousers, gotta be.
And then a film you'd watch alone, and a film only you'd watch alone.
I'd only watch alone. That's a good question. I'm trying to have a think about that one because I mean, I'd probably watch The Godfather alone, which is my favorite movie, but it's something that I sort of just lock in and I wouldn't want to be distracted every time I watch it. It's my favorite movie of all time. So yeah, The Godfather.
Ben, what did you say last week? I can't remember what you said.
I think I said Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, so more serious film.
Yeah, just obviously Craig's one is to lock in so you don't get distracted. Mine, so I don't put through everyone of the pain of the emotion of it.
That's the thing. I think there's something I always remember when The Force Awakens come out. I saw it with my girlfriend at the time, and the big moment where Kylo Ren kills Han Solo, and I'm like, I'm about to like break down and start crying, and then my girlfriend's like, "Are you sad? Are you about to cry?" And it completely like kills the moment. So there are films I'm like, yeah, I want to cry. I want to be allowed to cry without people interfering.
Yeah.
Next question is worst cinema experience.
My worst cinema experience. What was my worst cinema experience? I haven't had a bad cinema experience in a long time, actually.
Lucky for some.
Luckily, yeah. I mean, I haven't had to do anything in a while. I mean, I can't remember exactly what film it was. I think it was probably some point last year or the year before. Was just kids constantly making TikToks in one of my screenings.
Ooh.
I couldn't tell you what film it was, but I mean, it's one of those cliche answers of using phones in the cinema. But I hadn't really seen it that bad, so that's probably like a top answer for me would be someone doing a TikTok in a screen.
Ben, have you got one?
Worst cinema experience? Oh my god, I got quite a few, to be honest. I mean, same sort of thing about using the phone. We had a guy coming in on FaceTime to someone, came in late when the film had started, on FaceTime. He like turned the phone round to like show everyone in the screen to who is FaceTiming. It's like, what are you doing, mate? Do you know what I mean? And then the other thing is he then ended up going like on his calculator on the phone. Who needs to use a calculator?
Well.
Yeah, who needs to use a calculator in the middle of the cinema? Do you know what I mean? It's like ridiculous. Yeah,
I feel like people are always on their phones on a film that you really want to watch. If it's like
Yeah.
a film that you're just going to see to tick off Project 100, normally the audience is like, fine. But for me, like, yeah, Brave New World, there was someone on their phone just scrolling through apps, just hoping they got a notification or something to do.
there's just no point.
Yeah, Ben, you did say last week about a cinema curfew, and when I saw drop during the week, I did have people coming to cinema all throughout the film, up to the final 25 minutes of the film. So I feel like a
How?
cinema curfew could actually be a thing. Craig, what's your take on a potential cinema curfew? 'Cause I think I've read that BFI IMAX do actually do that. The
The
doors do
cinema
shut.
curfew, as in what?
As in, like, when the film starts, like, if the trailers have all gone and the film has officially started, you then can't, like, scan your ticket to get through to the door anymore. That's it.
Oh no, I'm fully down. That's a big. I'd say that's like a real big annoyance issue was when you're sat there. You said it last week, funny enough, Ben. When someone whacks their torch out in the middle of the thing.
Oh,
If you're late, if you're coming in on the trailers, fine. If you're coming in
Yeah.
in the first couple of minutes, fine. But then it gets to a point where you're missing the start of a film, which could be pivotal.
Yeah,
it could mean doing some plot details.
Just give it a miss.
Yeah.
And then you're distracting. Like if I'm locked in or something, and you're just distracting me because you're wandering around with your torch, falling over. It happened at the Minecraft movie the other day. Came with their torch, fell over. Just get
They're
out.
falling over everything that's been chucked from the previous chicken jockey moment. That's why.
how was people's Minecraft experiences with the chicken jockey moments and just the audience in general? I did have it too about the memes.
I didn't have it as bad as some of the videos we've seen online, but we did have it like people shouting and cheering the memes of all that. But and we had a standing ovation from a number of people at the front row. But it wasn't as bad as some people bringing chickens in and
people letting off confetti cannons.
WWE spearing one of the staff members I saw. I just think
Did you see last week? Did you see last week Jason Momoa turned up to Cineworld Watford for a screening? It's crazy.
So that's cinema curfew, right? We're going to move on to the last for season 2. I think we're better off starting with both yours experience of what you got up to during the week. So
take it away, Ben. Take it away.
Well, Craig was very kind enough to invite me as a +1 through Sky. So thank you very much to Sky to go to the Last of Us Season 2 UK premiere, which took place at View in Leicester Square. So we was very lucky enough to, attend the event. We got to see some of the stars of the show. Bella Ramsey was there, Gabrielle Luna was there. And we had the writers of the show there, Craig Mazin, and we got to watch the first episode, which was amazing. It's the first time I've ever seen a TV show in the cinema as well, and I think it's just like a completely new experience, seeing something that's not. There's going to be a continuation of it, obviously, on your TV, but to see it on the big screen, I think, is amazing to see because you'd normally just see it on whatever TV you've got at home, so yeah, we went to the opening event in the UK for The Last of Us Season 2.
Yeah, Craig, your thoughts
Which
on the
was
actual
so
event,
good.
mate?
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what Ben said. It's echoed. It was surreal, especially as someone that's been like playing the games for so long. But I was able to get an invite from Sky for that, which was just incredible. It felt very. It was like a big pinch me moment to get that. But the event itself was great. Like I said, like Ben said, like some of the cast were there. The producer was there, which was really really cool. And we got to meet Bella. We got to see the first episode on the big screen with some insane sound. Yeah, I mean, it was something I'll never forget.
I mean, all good things come in threes, and we're in April, and you've met Andrew Lincoln and Bella Ramsey.
I know.
I don't know where it goes from here, mate. I don't know who you're going to meet next.
I know.
He's going to meet like Al Pacino or Robert De Niro or something next.
Is there anyone you dream to meet? I know you've met obviously Andrew and Bella, but is there anyone you'd love to meet this year?
That's a good question. I mean, I said to Ben that someone I'd love to meet would be someone from like the original Last of Us cast. I'd love to meet like Troy Baker or Ashley Johnson, Joel and Ellie from the original games. I think that would be the same level to me as Andrew Lincoln to meet one of them.
Very good. And Ben, as for you, you returned to the cinema where you TikTok name for yourself with Terrifier 3. How was it?
Exactly. Yeah, it was great. I mean, me and Craig, we have such a surreal story of how we met Bella. It's crazy, just like coincidences on how we got to meet them. And yeah, going back there, it, like you said, Terrifier is where I met, it's where I met you, Tel, for the first time in person. It's where I met a lot of like the film talk community for the first time in person. And yeah, it brings good memories. And I've had amazing luck the 2 times that I've been there so far. So I'd go back there any day for an event. Everyone knows I'm such a Cineworld glazer, but viewing Leicester Square seems to be like where I hit some jackpots. So
yeah, it's definitely a good one. Onto we'll say the show and episode 1 itself. So what can we expect as viewers?
A complete thrill ride, honestly. I think as players of the games, I think you're in for a real treat. I think they do the games justice. As a fan of the show, if you haven't played the games, I think they've gone up another level to what we saw in season 1. So I think it's only positive that from what we've seen, and I think everyone is in for a real treat come tonight or tomorrow morning or whenever you watch it. I think it's the first episode was perfect.
And Ben, same for you. And what's your experience with The Last of Us? Have you played the games? And
so I watched the first season when it got released. Me and my brother, we watched it all the way through. I'd never played the game because I've always been an Xbox user over PlayStation.
oh crap!
But
Yeah.
I did luckily enough get a PS5, and I completed The Last of Us Part 1 in the last couple of weeks. So I said to Craig when he invited me, I said, I'll play through the game, make sure to get all caught up before I'm gone. So, a couple of days before we went, I completed Part 1 again just to get the comparison. And this time I said, I want to sort of play the second game along with watching the second season, just to compare it literally as I'm going along. But, a lot of people always, turn down games that have then been recreated into media, whether it be films or TV shows. And this one, critically has done really well. But also, as Craig said, from fans of the game, everyone's really happy and pleased with it, And this first episode, it had everything. As someone who hasn't played the second part, it was thrilling, it was emotional, it was exciting, it had action in it. It pretty much had everything that needed to get you gripped, ready for the rest of the season. Even if for someone like me who hasn't played the second game, but I've played the first one now and watched all the first season, it now makes you hooked into wanting to watch more.
And play more, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I re-downloaded Last of Season 2 last night. It takes up quite a bit of memory, and when you've got like Warzone and Fortnite, you have to delete a lot of stuff just to get games back. So I recently downloaded it, and at the moment, I'm just riding horses with Tommy, and now I'm just walking through the snow. So it's going to take me a while to actually get going again. But yeah, I'm very excited to again play along as the story progresses. I've got flashbacks and not variants infected. So what can we expect with regarding flashbacks and then infected? I think we've seen the big. Is it a bloater? The big thing in the snow with the flamethrower. What can we
Yeah.
So that was obviously we haven't seen that yet in episode 1 from what we watched. They've gone down a different route because obviously in the games, as you know, that I think from what I can see in the trailer, Jackson, Wyoming completely gets taken over by infected, which is different than what we've seen in the games. But I'm intrigued to see how they do that. We saw something in episode 1 at the end in the pipes, which was very interesting. I won't say anything on that right now, but I think the way that they've built this world with Jackson, I think it's great. I think there's a lot to look forward to.
Ben, what's your take on that?
Yeah, well, we got a bloater in season 1, didn't we? When they're sniping across on the street and all of them are coming along. So with the different infected, I don't know how much more to say with the second game, but we got an infected in the first episode, which I don't think was really around in the first season. It's sort of it's they're evolving as like time goes on. And yeah, from we got a sneak peek at the end of the first episode of like what's to come in the season, and I think they've just released. I think they just released a couple of videos of like what's to come in the season, ready for the premiere tonight or tomorrow morning. And I think people who have played the games, like Craig, like yourself, really appealed to that because of how true to the game they're keeping, but still changing it slightly enough to keep you interested in wanting to watch further on. It's all well and good, keeping direct to the game because that's what people want to see. You want to, give honor to the game, but you also want to change it up enough that people who have played the game want to continue watching on the series. And for people like me who have not played the game, all the way through or played the second one, you've still got to engage that audience to want to continue watching, even if you don't know the full backstory or know what's to come as well. And the first episode literally sets up so much for the rest of the season. It will keep you engaged throughout the whole thing.
There's similar things you can take away from it. Like you've got the Fallout adaptation. I think Fallout, they're almost trying to do their own thing. They just created the world. And then you've got like everything. Most things these days have an adaptation of something. Like The Walking Dead was the comic books, and Marvel in general is comics and novels and stuff. So they're always trying to stay true to it, but obviously keep you entertained as well. And like say, like even with casting in the MCU, they don't always necessarily go for a man to play a man role. They could go for a female to play a man role, like they have with Taskmaster. So there's always things they need to do to keep people on their toes. Let's talk about the casting then. And Caitlin Dever as Abby. We'll start with you, Craig. What's your take on the casting as Abby? Are you happy with it?
I am very happy, and I'd say that for all of the cast. We got to see, obviously, from the trailer and in episode 1, Caitlin Dever when she is playing, obviously, Abby. I think, obviously, the only thing that people are going to really pick up on and potentially get a little bit annoyed about is the fact that she's not like really muscly and really built where she is in the games. But I don't think that actually matters because I think the way that Caitlin Dever's mannerisms and the way that she portrays Abby, I think it's done very well. And I can't wait to see how it all plays out.
Ben, what's your thoughts on her as a casting?
Yeah, so I mean, I've seen loads of clips and I've seen loads of videos on The Last of Us Part 2. I remember when it first came out, it was impossible, whether you're on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, to not see anything about the game. So obviously I know what Abby looks like in the game, but it doesn't take anything away from her performance in the show. People need to really, take their mind away from it and study the performance just rather than just look at the looks. There are tons of changes to people's looks that people haven't paid attention to or brought up, but are much bigger differences between the game and the TV show adaptation. But for some reason, those ones they get ignored. I think if the performance matches the performance in the game or how they're meant to come across that way, it far outweighs than what they're truly meant to look like.
Yeah, and that literally goes for every single one.
There was rumours of casting before Caitlin got announced. The first one was Florence Pugh, but I didn't want to see Florence Pugh getting ripped like that. And then the other one was like Kate O'Brien, when of course she's got like the physique, but the actual resemblance to Abby it would almost be a completely different character.
Resemblance, but it comes down to her character, isn't it? I mean, I don't think looks matter in any way compared to how you're going to act in a game, and I think the way that Caitlin and the rest of the cast do it, I think they do it great.
And what about Bella Ramsey as Ellie? Of course, that she gets a lot of hate unnecessary hate online. What's your take on it? And do you think she will have that menacing side? I know because there are big moments where she has to become a bit more nastier. And so, what's your take on Bella?
Well, yeah, I mean the discourse surrounding Ella, I think surrounding Bella, is it winds me up to the wall because it's not anything about how like they're acting. It's people are taking the mick about how they look. I just think that's it's so toxic, and I just think the way that we've seen Bella in season 1, who correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say in real life she's like 19, 20. Obviously in season 1 she's playing a 14-year-old girl, and then in part 2 she's playing a 19-year-old girl. And people were concerned about how that jump was going to be, considering it's only been 2 years since filming. But I think that the way that Bella has done Ellie, especially in season 2, episode 1, the way that like they've done the performance of Ellie, I think that they're going to do an incredible job, and I can't wait to see how it all plays out, because I think, like Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin said, there was zero consideration about replacing her casting for the likes of like Katie Spaney or anyone like that. I think Bella Ramsey is like the perfect Ellie.
I think it's like you can't really please all the audiences, because you've got like Stranger Things, and the gap between season 4 and season 5 is becoming massive, and now The Last of Us they've managed to film these 2 seasons pretty quickly compared to the gap, and almost like they almost need, you could say they needed a bigger gap for Bella Ramsey to grow a bit more, but you should almost be applauding HBO and The Last of Us for them actually being able to get this all wrapped up, and especially with how busy Pedro Pascal's schedule is. So it's almost a credit to HBO for actually getting this done.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, I 100% agree with Craig. Like, even just revisiting season 1 and seeing how Bella Ramsey portrayed Ellie compared to how much we saw of them literally just in the first episode, it's not the evolution of how they look or how they've grown, it's the evolution of the character and how they portray them. Like, you can tell there's a huge difference between how they played Ellie in season 1 to how they are literally in the first 5 minutes you see them on screen in season 2. It's the evolution of the character, and this is just the first episode that we've seen of Bella playing Ellie, and already you can tell there's a massive distinction between the 2 characters from season 1 and season 2. People just want to complain for the sake of complaining, but it's always portrayed at the wrong thing. Like I said, there's other people, like, nobody has said anything about Pedro Pascal not having as much of a southern accent as what Joel does in the game. No one's complained that Gabriel Luna not only voices him in the game, but is now acting as him in the screen, and he looks nothing like his character in the game either. But for some reason, people have just latched on to this thing that Bella Ramsey hasn't grown as much as what Ellie has in the games, but it's more to do with the development of the character for me rather than how they look.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it's a nice way to end it. Is there anything else from you 2 guys on The Last of Us before we move on to some torturous trivia?
No, I mean, there's a comment that's just come up saying they purposely gayed it up to piss off gamers, and I hope it flops. I think the most annoying thing about that is the fact that they haven't just gayed it up. If you look actually in the games, even when the game came out, You've got Ellie, who
With Dina.
Ellie is a lesbian.
Yeah.
Dina is bisexual. You've got Lev in the games, who's trans. I think it's not about purposely gaying up. It's not about the infected. It's about how characters development. I think it's just it's just
I don't-
silly stuff.
That's the thing. Those are rooted in the game already. That's not something that people have tried to add on to please a certain type of audience. It was in the source material already. You can't change that.
The thing to add to it, my favorite episode was probably episode 2 from the first season, and that was the added storyline. I forget their name.
Bill and Frank one.
Bill
for
and
the
Frank.
first one.
Yeah.
I thought it was incredible storytelling. Like,
It was
all the
such a
story
brilliant
for them.
episode. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. Bill and Frank having that relationship as well. Like in the game, obviously, because it's in such recent memory, Bill just mentions that he had a partner. He never mentioned who they were or what sex they were or anything. So you'd probably just assume one thing, but then when you find, Frank's body, he then says about him being gay, but there's nothing made of it. Like, who cares? Like, you got to think of, like, in the world of the apocalypse that they're in. If you end up just with a male companion or a female companion or whoever, you'll form a connection with them because that's all you've got.
yeah, companionship is the word I'd definitely use, mate.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on to some TV show draft and trivia. Right,
But
so the name
Last of Us season 2 streaming tonight and tomorrow morning in the UK. Every Sunday and Monday. Next 7 weeks.
All right, so this is a TV show draft. The aim of the game is we'll all pick 5 TV shows, but if someone says one of the 5, you can't have it. So
I'm nervous for this.
Craig is the guest, so we'll let Craig go first, then Ben, you can go, and then I'll go.
Oh.
So I've written down a list I would like, but if it goes,
Also,
it goes.
I've stuck very true to this. I haven't put down shows that I haven't watched at least 75% or all the way through. So there are some shows I'm going to skip out because I haven't watched them, and that's just me sticking true to myself.
Yeah, because you actually go on.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, so if I've got to pick a TV show, I'm going. See, it'll be silly of me not to pick The Last of Us.
All right. Ben?
Okay, so for my first pick, obviously I don't know if you want us to go into descriptions, but it's definitely one of the best first seasons of TV I've ever watched. And like most TV shows, it falls off after a few seasons, but I'm going Prison Break for my first one. That was incredible.
I've not seen Prison Break.
Oh my God, the
It's
first
great.
season is amazing.
Well, I've got to go for it. I do have to go for. Actually,
Oh,
I could be tactical here. You know, I'm going to stay true. I'm going to go Stranger Things as my.
Oh,
I thought you were going to say something else then.
Yeah, I'm going to let you have it. I think I'm going to let you.
You're going to let me have it. Well, there you go. My second one is The Walking Dead.
Yeah, there you go. Jack says
Simple as
Prison
that.
Break.
Prison Break, yes, thank you. Yes, lovely. Okay, so for my second pick, and I'm sorry, Craig, you're going to be angry at me this, but I'm going to go for The Office US.
No. Oh no!
Getting that in there nice and early.
I never knew you liked it. I never. Knew
Yeah.
you
Oh
liked
my God. Yeah. I'm just very quiet with these sort of things,
it.
Fair play.
Right, I'm gonna have to put in The White Lotus.
Oh, White Lotus.
Right.
Okay.
Favorite season, Craig, by the way, or if you
Say
had to
again,
rank, if you had to rank the seasons out of the 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'll go 2. I'll go 2 on 3. Yeah.
3 was good. I like 3, but it didn't have what 1 and 2 had. But it was good. I still thought it was great.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a few I can go down. I'm just trying to think. I think for number 3, I am going to go with Invincible.
Oh,
I've not seen this yet.
topical as well. It's good.
It's an incredible show.
And our first animated one as well, which is good.
Yep.
Okay, so my third pick, a little bit of a throwback, but I'm going to go for Sons of Anarchy. Love a bit of the SOA, man. Sam Crow representing.
See, again, can't say I've not seen it.
Oh man, great show.
It gives people room to say the other one. I'm good, and I didn't really like the latest season, but I'm gonna go House of the Dragon.
Oh, I was expecting something else.
So that's only 3.
All right, my fourth pick, which I can't believe it's got this far, but one of the greatest shows of all time is Breaking Bad.
Ooh.
Yeah. See,
Alright.
I haven't chosen it because I've only watched the first season. I've just never continued it. I know it's like blasphemy for like what we do, but I've watched the first season like 2 or 3 times and I've just never carried it on. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, no, that's Breaking Bad's brilliant.
Okay, for my fourth pick then, I'm going to go for The Boys.
Oh, I didn't even cross my mind.
The Boys.
The Boys. See, mine's gonna go completely off like American shows. I'm going a bit throwback. I'm going Only Fools and Horses.
Oh, yes. Going for the British audience, why not?
Yeah.
Nice.
Can't go wrong with that. Like Sunday afternoon, chucking that on, always going to get a laugh.
Yeah. I'm struggling now.
I think my fifth one, I'm going to go with a sitcom that we like to watch quite a lot, which will be Modern Family.
Oh,
Modern
I've not seen that yet.
Family.
I really want to watch it.
It's just a great show. It's great TV.
All right, then. For my fifth and final pick, I'm going to take a Marvel TV show, and that is going to be Loki.
I was looking at Disney ones and I just couldn't commit to any. Just comparing.
I had a few different ones in mind, but I think that's going to be like my pick of the bunch for that.
So did no one fancy Daredevil then? No. Yeah.
I haven't watched Daredevil. I haven't watched the original series or Born Again.
So do you know what? I'm thinking again Hawkeye because I just really liked it, but I know it's not at the level. And then you got the Mandalorian, but again, it's not at the level for me. Have you guys seen Andor?
I've seen the first. Yeah, I quite liked it. I thought it was quite good.
So yeah, I've not finished season 1 yet. I might just have to go with Game of Thrones.
I'm surprised it hasn't been picked.
Yeah.
But, like, it is one of the most incredible shows of all time. But just the fall off of the last season, it just skips over so many people now.
Yeah. So
I mean, I did have the Mandalorian wrote down, but I just didn't choose it.
What else have you got?
So I had Mandalorian, Ted Lasso. I was very close on choosing Ted Lasso. Black Mirror, again, very topical with a new season out. Shogun as well. Even though it's only got 1 season, I think Shogun was an incredible show.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I was to go down an animated route, I had Naruto, which is my favorite anime of all time. It's one of the only ones where I've watched it all the way through. Naruto, I absolutely love.
Craig, anything for you that we've missed out?
No, I don't think so. I think everyone's sort of covered everything. I don't think there's anything else that comes.
Succession or Severance might have been on there.
Succession's a good show. Yeah, Succession's a great show, actually.
Yeah, I've not started Severance yet. I was going to do Severance or White Lotus, and I went White Lotus, and I'm happy I did by the looks of it. I think White Lotus has been spoiled now all over Twitter, so I'm glad I watched it. Glad I watched it now. I'm trying to think what else it could have been. In Between Us is a classic, easy watch.
Oh yeah, that's so good. Like you just can't recreate it either. It's just too good. I mean, I nearly had Family Guy down as well.
Oh,
Family Guy is another one. Like I could just sit back and watch episode upon episode of.
Yeah, you got Family Guy, South Park, Simpsons, of course. So we'll recap then. So Craig's gone The Last of Us, The Walking Dead, Invincible, Breaking Bad, and Modern Family. That's very strong 5, to be fair. Ben's gone Prison Break, Office US, Sons of Anarchy, The Boys, and Loki again.
And The Office US.
Yeah, Office US. And then I've got Stranger Things, The White Lotus, House of the Dragon, Only Fools and Horses, and Game of Thrones. So yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of hate on some of these ones.
Or someone's going to put out something that we completely forgot, which is very obvious.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I think that's the most obvious route. Right, next up, we've got some trivia. So I'm going to name you some actors, and they're all from the same film. So I'm going to every time I name an actor, you both get one guess at the film.
Right.
The theme is around monsters, creatures, that kind of stuff. So maybe films you can watch around Halloween, that kind of idea. So we'll let Craig start first, and the first actor / actress is Catherine Newton.
Abigail.
It is Abigail.
Oh my god! In one.
Right. So it's Catherine Newton, Dan Stevens, Kevin Durant, and then Juan Carlos Esposito. I didn't name the main girl because the name didn't look familiar. All right, I'll let Ben start with this one. The first name is Robbie Coltrane.
Robbie Coltrane. Okay. Harry Potter.
No. The second name is Kate Beckinsale. So this is for Craig.
Oh, what's the film called? I know it. I can't. Oh Christ. Oh, what's the film called? Oh my gosh, it's right there. I know the film. I just can't name it. Oh my god. No, I'm gonna have to pass. I can't remember.
So Craig gets the third actor. Robbie Coltrane, Kate Beckinsale, and Hugh Jackman.
Oh, it's what's the name?
I got it. I have it.
Oh, Van Helsing.
Sorry, it was for Ben to answer. It was for Ben.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you put it back on him. You put it back on him.
You put it back on me.
All right. I don't know. Right.
It's fine. We'll give it. We'll give it to Craig. It's fine.
All right, let Craig have it. Right. Well, this is Craig starting with this one then.
Yeah.
But first name is Juliette Lewis.
Oh. No, pass.
Right, back to Ben.
Yeah.
Juliette Lewis, and then Harvey Keitel.
Oh. Is this From Dusk Till Dawn?
It is from Dusk Till Dawn.
Come on.
So, Juliette Lewis, Harvey Keitel, George Clooney, and then Tarantino, of course.
Yeah, man.
Right.
What a great film as well, by the way.
Brilliant film. Right, next one. Right, Craig starts. First actor, Antonio Banderas.
God, it could be anything. I mean, I think I'll just go obvious and say Shrek.
Well, it's not bad guess. Right, over to Ben. Antonio Banderas and Brad Pitt.
Who was that? Sorry.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt and Antonio Banderas. Oh my god. I don't know. So I'll go with Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
No. I've not seen this film either. But right, back to Craig. Antonio Banderas, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise.
Oh, I got it.
Have I seen this film?
I haven't.
I nearly said this, but I went a different route.
Hold on. Tom Cruise. What's Tom Cruise being in? What's Tom Cruise being with Brad Pitt? Oh, I'm going to kick myself, but go on, Ben, take it.
Is this Interview with a Vampire?
It is very good. Again, I've not seen it, so I can't say. No. Right, it's 2-2. So we'll start with Ben then. The first name is Nicholas Holt.
Is this? Oh my god, the name has just escaped me. Is it Renfield?
It's not.
Ah,
Over to Craig. Nicholas Holt and Emma Corrin.
Nosferatu.
It is Nosferatu.
unbelievable.
Right. So Craig starts now. It's actually tossed and turned this one. But
Yeah.
so next one. For Craig, Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Oh, shit. I'm trying to think what sort of film.
She's got such a good filmography as well. It's hard to
I
go.
know. I'm just going to go Poor Things.
Not bad guess. Not bad. All right. Back to Ben. Emma Stone and Jesse Eisenberg.
Zombieland, maybe.
Oh, of course.
Right. Right, we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 left, and it's 3 all. So it's nicely close.
Oh.
Right, over to Ben then. Brendan Gleeson.
Brendan Gleeson. All Around Monsters and the such. Oh, I can't just shout out Harry Potter again, can I? For Mad Eye Moody. Brendan Gleeson. Oh,
Big filmography as well.
yeah, I know. I'm not sure. I'll just chuck out Gangs of New York for a laugh.
No. All
Yeah.
right, back to Craig. Brendan Gleeson and Naomi Harris.
Harris. Oh, shit.
Oh.
I can see them and what film it is, but
I've seen the film, but I can't imagine Brendan Gleeson in this film.
I'm just trying to think of Naomi Harris' filmography. I'm gonna have to pass because I can't pinpoint it.
Right, it's the last name. Right, ready, Ben?
Yeah.
Brendan Gleeson, Naomi Harris, Cillian Murphy.
Oh,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Is it? Oh, it's. Is it Batman Begins?
No.
I know it.
Good effort. Right, over to Craig to take the lead.
28 days later.
Oh,
It is
of
28 days
course.
later.
Oh,
Again, I cannot imagine Brendan Gleeson in it.
I remember. Yeah.
Brendan Gleeson, he doesn't like the bird, like a crow, get a bit of blood in his eye, and that's
him.
how
Is
he
that him?
turns.
That's
Yeah.
him.
Oh, no
Yeah.
way. Oh,
Yeah, it's like a crow or something, and a bit of blood
Yeah.
goes into his eye, and that's how he gets infected.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's crazy.
How can I remember
Right.
that, but not the film? Oh well.
Right, it's 4-3 to Craig, and we've got 3 left. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
First one,
Craig's up first.
Craig up first. Anna Popplewell.
Say that name again.
Anna Popplewell.
Nah, I'm not. I wouldn't be able to know. Skip.
Ben, any idea from Anna Popplewell?
No, I'll take the second name, please.
Anna Popplewell from Richard E. Grant.
Is this My Little Vampire?
It is.
Woohoo!
My God.
Come on!
I haven't seen that.
I thought I
Oh
was
my
the only one
god,
that's seen
so
Wow.
good.
that. Right. 4-4.
I had it on VHS back in the day.
Right. 2 left, and it's 4 all.
Come on.
Bren's up first. First one, Steve Buscemi.
Oh, he's been in a lot of weird and wonderful things. I will go. Oh, I'm gonna go Monsters Inc.
His Monsters Inc.
Yes. Let's go.
His name would be Billy Crystal and then John Goodman.
Come on.
Yeah.
5-4 to Ben. All right, who starts this?
Craig starts it first.
All right, so Craig to draw. The first name is Jamie Bell. I kind of hope it is a draw now.
The name of monsters.
Again, he's appeared in like films that you wouldn't think he's appeared in. He's been in so many things, like so many projects.
He started young, didn't he?
I don't know if he was in this, but I'm just going to chuck out a guess. I'm going to go Godzilla.
Oh my god. Over to Ben.
Oh,
Jamie Bell and Adrian Brody.
Jamie Bell and Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody.
Yeah, Adrian Brody and to do like monsters and that. Oh, uh, I can't think. I'm just gonna chuck out Hotel Transylvania.
See why you said it. Good
Yeah.
guess. Over to Craig. Jamie Bell, Adrian Brody, Naomi Watts.
Naomi Watts? Adrian Brody? My God. You have honestly thrown me with this one.
Is this like glaringly obvious, or is this a tough one?
I can't say. The stakes are too high.
I'm just trying to think. What have Naomi Watts, Adrian Brody, and Jamie Bell? Oh my God.
Some cast.
I know, but I can't picture what they've all three been in together. And I'm probably going to kick myself. So, Ben, take it.
Oh.
Ready? Jamie Bell,
I don't
Adrian
know.
Brody,
I don't know.
Naomi Watts, and Jack Black.
Jack Black? What is this cast?
Right, so Jack. Oh, is this King Kong?
It is King Kong.
Yeah.
And Craig said Godzilla.
Oh, the Kongs. It's because it's the original King, or it's the Peter Jackson King Kong. That's why.
2005, yeah.
Bloody hell.
In the comments.
Oh,
I felt so bad. Did you say Godzilla? I was like, oh. All right, so Ben takes it 6-4. That was very
Thank
good.
you, everyone. Thank you. That was tough competition.
That makes up for your countdown loss, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Right, we moved past that. Don't worry about that one.
Right, guys, we're on to recent watches now. So a bit of movie talk. So Ben, we'll start with you. Your recent watches at the cinema or in general, what you've been watching?
So yesterday I saw The Amateur, and on Friday I saw Drop. Drop came out on Friday. I think, did Amateur come out on Friday as well, or is it late last week? Yeah. So both the new releases. I was surprised by Drop, by how much I liked it. Ending fell off a little bit for me. It got a bit stagnant towards the end. But overall a good and decent watch. Amateur let me down, to be honest. I think that it had interesting ideas. It fell a bit flat. There was a lot of plot holes that were just glaringly in your face, and it was like continuous throughout. Rami Malek, like, I know he's like an Academy Award winner, but I don't know, he just seemed very, whether it's part of his character, it's just quite deadpan in this for me. I wasn't that impressed by it, especially since Black Bag I saw a couple of weeks ago. Like a spy thriller, for me, was above and beyond it. But Drop is certainly worth catching at the cinema if you can, because it did grip me, and it is an entertaining watch. It just, the final sort of 10-20 minutes just sort of let it down a little bit for me.
So when you're comparing like the Amateur to Black Bag, then so where did the Amateur go wrong for you?
I think with the Amateur, I think there was just so many wasted characters, and there was potential stories there that wanted to be told, but they just never delved too deep into. And I mean, John, like, not to give too much away, but John Bernthal, who is a massive name, is in this, and completely wasted. Like, he might as well have not been in the film, or they could have cast someone with not such a big name as him, you know. And Black Bag for me, I think everything just works better. I think the script worked better. I think, you know, the thriller espionage vision of it worked a lot better. The music was great for Black Bag for me. Not that there was anything bad with the amateur score, but it was just plinky plonky and just sort of went along with it. It's nothing. It's very forgettable in my opinion. Like, it's one that I've watched. It's a notch, you know, on my tab of films, and it's just something I won't revisit.
It's just one for the Project 100.
It's one for the numbers, yeah.
Craig, what have you been watching, mate?
In all honesty, I haven't watched a lot of latest releases. The last thing that came out this year that I saw was Death of a Unicorn, which I found okay. I mean, it's the whole like eat the rich sort of thing again, which has been done quite a bit, but I feel like it was quite cool to see quite a different concept to it.
Yeah.
I liked the sort of way that they did the unicorns. I thought that was really interesting way. But I didn't mind it. I thought Will Poulter was the standout. I thought he was great.
100%.
But yeah, I didn't mind that. And then before that, I saw obviously a Minecraft movie, which was
I wrote it down.
as everyone knows, was just a complete. I don't even know how to even describe what a Minecraft movie is. I mean, I'm not a massive Minecraft player. I've watched it growing up. I haven't really massively played it, but it was good to see a lot of nods to like the community of the Minecraft, like Technoblade and all of that. But yeah, I mean, it's not a great film, is it? Let's be honest. It's a fun film. It's funny. I mean, I laughed quite a bit. And then it's literally probably been. I'm doing another rewatch of The Walking Dead at the moment, so that's sort of taking up my time. So,
what are you up to on it?
I am currently on season 8.
Ooh.
Can't remember what episode, but I'm on season 8.
What's that? All right. Whisper War coming? Whisper's
No,
coming up?
that is the current war with the saviors. So Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're onto that, and then yeah, I mean,
you're a bit behind Whisper War, yeah.
I love it. I love that series so much.
So touching Minecraft amateur drop. Ben, for you name would drop. You said you're a big fan of it.
Yeah, I thought it was an entertaining watch. It had me gripped throughout it. I mean, there were so many like kooky characters in it. Well, very quirky. It did keep you guessing as to, you know, who was behind everything and what was going on. But then I thought that the reveal just fell a bit flat for me of who it actually turned out to be, and it sort of plateaued after the reveal. It's like with like any horror movie where when you can't actually see the monster or what's going on, you're more scared. But then as soon as like the reveal happens and you see what's in front of you, it's not scary anymore. I felt like this. Yeah, the tension died off for me when it revealed who it was. But I thought it was quite stylistic with some of the shots that they done. I mean, it had no, you know, place to be in a film such as this, but it was a refreshing watch, and I honestly didn't mind it at all. I think I gave it 3.5 on Letterboxd. I couldn't give it any higher than that, but it certainly grabbed my attention, and like I said, just plateaued a bit for me towards the end of the film.
Yeah, no, definitely agree. And then Craig, over to you. Coming up, what have you got coming up regarding what you're going to watch?
I am very much looking forward to obviously the superhero stuff that's coming out. We get Thunderbolts in a few weeks' time. I'm looking forward to that. Obviously, we've got Superman and Fantastic Four, but I am looking forward to Mission Impossible. That's easily a top 3 anticipated of the year. I'm a big Jurassic Park fan, so Jurassic World I'm looking forward to. And as we have spoken about in the trivia, 28 years later is something I'm also very much looking forward to. But we've got quite a few good ones coming out this year, but they're top 3.
Yeah.
Ben, same for you?
Well, just next week alone, I've got Warfare booked for Wednesday. I've heard amazing things about Warfare. I've got that booked in IMAX as well, so very very excited for that because I'm hearing like the sound editing is pretty much a lock for like next year's Oscars. And also next Friday, I have Sinners booked for IMAX as well. Sinners is something I've been looking forward to all year. I know a couple of screenings are happening for it early next week, but I've got that booked for Friday. And yeah, going forward, I am pretty much a Marvel glazer, a superhero glazer. So Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, I think, are big ones, which everyone's going to look forward to, but I genuinely am. Superman, I'm looking forward to seeing what James Gunn does with it because he just does so much justice to superhero films, So I'm looking forward to see what his vision for it is. And then if I was to go for like any other films outside of those realms, I'm not even a huge Avatar fan, but obviously we've got the third Avatar film coming out. What is it, December this year? So I want to see big changes for it because I think they're quite similar, the first two films. So I'd like to see what difference can be made come the new Avatar.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, touching on Sinners, I think the marketing for Sinners is crazy, like in a good way. And with all the marketing, it's still got 100% score off 38.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, that's crazy.
Which I was like, I'm sure it must have been like 10 critics or below, but it got with 38 critics and 100%. So
yeah, that's mad.
Crazy. And Warfare as well. Warfare, I'm excited for.
Again, Will Poulter as well. Can't wait to see him.
Yeah. And that's like A24, but that marketing's been a bit unusual. That it's not really been marketed as much how it is coming out.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different things about that. The fact they haven't got any score, there's no sound. It's just very realistic with like the whole gunfire and the sort of very realism of war with the screaming and all
Glamorize
that. Very like traumatic when you're watching it. So I'm quite looking forward to that as well, actually.
Yeah. The film plays in real time as well, so I think it's only like an hour and 34 minutes, but it's like the timeline of the actual film throughout as well.
Yeah, no, very much looking forward to it. We're at the end of the show, so I just want you guys to obviously promote your own socials and where people can find you. So Ben, we'll start with you. Where can we find you? And if people haven't followed you already, where can they follow you?
Obviously on TikTok, I'm under Ben's Box Office. You can follow me on there for film and movie and cinema outings. I'm currently doing Project 100 on there to visit the cinema 100 times in 2025. We're currently at 27, so making our way through that. And also on Instagram, you can find me on Ben's Box Office. I'm really trying to make a push to put more effort into Instagram, so any follows on there would be highly, highly thankful for.
Yeah, Craig, same for you. Where can we find you?
Yeah, same again. TikTok, Instagram, Letterboxd, and I'm on Threads, but no one really uses that. I'm under the name under here, so I'm just Craig's Reviews, Film, TV, and The Last of Us.
That's what I was going to say. So we spoke about Last of Us. So for Last of Us content, Craig's the man. Definitely check out Craig's TikToks. What's the plan tonight? Are you watching it again 2 a.m.? Or are you going to watch it?
I won't be watching it 2 a.m. because I've got work in the morning. But I'll be watching tomorrow. But I will put a review on before I go to sleep, so it's all ready for people watching
I suppose, you don't need to watch it again for the review.
I will be watching it probably a couple of times this week because it was good. But I'll have my review on later on tonight, ready for people to watch it later on this morning.
Lovely. So Craig, Ben, thank you very much for coming on. Hope you had a good time of it. I do appreciate you both coming on, and I'm sure I'll try and both get you both back on again very soon.
I really appreciate it. Good time, man.
Thanks, man.
Anything else from you guys before I wrap it up?
Follow Tells Talks on TikTok and Instagram as well.
Anyway, thank you guys. I will see you soon.